Okay, so we are going to be going over a 100% serious and down-to-earth scurrius guide. It is something that anybody can follow along with. And I'll be honest, like the gear, I thought that I could go no lower on what gear is required to kill this boss. Okay, that's the deal. Now, before you come at me, oh, I don't have this, I don't have that. If you don't have like any of the items that I'm talking about, then there's downgrades that you can make, right? I would not suggest it at all. I think this boss is too hard without them, but I just don't think so. I just don't think that that's the case. So first off, let's go over the gear here. Okay, we'll go over the gear. So unfortunately, I'm letting some of my friends borrow, you know, the rest of my Torva. Okay, it's not because I'm broke. All right, I'm not broke. Like, I totally have Torva, no worries. But Torva is obviously what you're gonna want to kill this boss with. I use a Blood Fury for comfort. Amulet of Torture, perfectly fine. Okay, Infernal Cape, mandatory. If you have a Fire Cape, you should work on getting your Infernal Cape, bud. All right, this is a mid-level boss. You need your Infernal Cape for it. Rada's Blessing 4, and there's a couple other things. We're gonna get back to the main setup here in a second. But Rada's Blessing 4, the Desert Amulet, Crafting Cape, Falador Shield, and the Explorer's Ring, all mandatory. Okay, get your diaries done, kids. Okay, mid-level boss. Again, mid-level boss. You gotta do that. Okay, and these are all like really important things. Back to the gear setup. Primordial boots. If you have dragon boots, I couldn't even say their name. If you have dragon boots, that's scuffs, bro. It's just not gonna work. It's just not gonna work. Okay, ferocious gloves, mandatory. Get Dragon Slayer 2 done. Get your ferocious gloves. Void Waker, and again, like my Dragon Defender, I do this because it looks nice. Obviously a Vernic is gonna be something that you need, but you know, I play like an Iron Man, so I can't like go out and just buy an Avernic. Okay, like I gotta earn my Avernic. All right, don't tell my raid team. All right. Anyway, and the ring slot, obviously Lightbearer, best little donut in the game. Okay, literally can't beat it. Now we'll go over the inventory real quick, and then we'll move into what else is going on here. So, scythe, absolutely mandatory. You'll need it for like maybe 1 or 2 swings. So work on getting your scythe. If you don't have a scythe, I can't really think of anything else that could work in its place. Your main hand weapon is going to be Soul Reaper Axe. That's you know, it's the best weapon in the game for this kind of stuff, you know, mid-level content. All right, so you're gonna have to go out of your way and get done Desert Treasure 2, and then either buy it if you can or build it yourself. Don't worry, it only takes like 2,000 KC to get your axe head. Okay, that's a true story. It's not 1 in 1K, it's 1 in 2100 ish, roughly. But anyway, moving on from that. Oh, my camera's all messed up now. That's not good. We're going to have to fix that in post. Surely it'll get fixed in post, right? Surely it will. So anyway. So, Bando's God Sword, pretty big. The boss has 60 defense. We want that to be 0. So ideally, you want 55 or more on your BGS, and that's why you need the Torva and all this other gear to like increase your strength. Dragon Claws, that's going to be to finish it off. The Bone Mace, that is a swap specifically so that way, and we'll talk about the Din's Bulwark that I have. It's important that you have the Blazing version. You have to go out and buy that, okay? You have to. I earned the points for it and bought it myself, and then I got burnt out from leagues and never played again after I had the points for it. You know, I'm not salty. I just didn't get my shadow on leagues and watched everybody else get it. I'm not salty. No way. But that's the deal. We already went over the Amulet of Torture. So the Thinny Bees is one of the ways that you can kill the rats. We'll talk about that during the kill. And then the Bone Mace, if you are lucky, you can use the Bone Mace and one-tick all the rats and go ahead and get the achievement. I'll be getting that achievement too, so don't worry about that. If I don't, then it's a fluke. But maybe we just won't get rats. I'll have to do another kill if so, which is fine. Oh, I did lie though now that I think about it. So the Infernal Cape, if you don't have an Infernal Cape, the only other option you have for a cape slot is the Princely Monkey. And a lot of you were saying, man, Cameron, I do not like agility. And to that I say, well, then I guess you don't like mid-level bosses. Do you not take mid-level bosses seriously? Do you? Do you? Anyway, assuming that you're taking everything serious so far, okay, because you should, all right, And I might even do an example kill with this, but I think I might vomit if I do that. But it's okay. Anyway, so food, you bring a couple pieces of food. We're gonna be using. I'm able to bring all these swaps because I have the Amulet of Blood Fury. That's gonna be healing me. Divine Super Combat Potion. If you're using non-divines, all right, we're gonna have some issues. I'm gonna have to throw hands with you. Super Restores. Bring a couple of those. I'm bringing a lot more than like what I actually need for this boss, so we're all fine. We already talked about all of the diary rewards and stuff like that. Explorer's Ring for High Alx. This for Prayer Restore, just in case you want to stay a little bit longer. Crafting Cape for banking, and the Desert Amulet strictly so that way you can get to your strictly so you can get to a restore faster than if you home tele it and went to it in your house. Which, by the way, you should have a pool in your house too. Should be noted. The Bone Crusher Necklace should be loaded pretty heavily. Let me just check real quick. 298,000 charges. I think that's like a decent amount. Maybe if you do a little bit of bursting or stuff like that, maybe Warcath, other stuff that drops double bones, you might run a little bit low. But 298,000, it's like okay, I guess. But the Bone Crusher is so that way you can restore some prayer points after you kill the boss. It does drop bones. You do want to make those bones into prayer points so that way you can keep going. The teleports to house are so that way you have a you could use Varrock teleports as well. I personally never hold those because I think that they're disgusting. Why would I teleport to Varrock when everything I need is in my house for the most part? These are just so that way I can get to them faster. The Book of the Dead is because we are bringing Thralls and Death Charge. Okay, absolutely mandatory. We are going to be summoning it's your choice on whether or not you want to summon the Vanilla or if you want to summon Green Apple. As far as which Thrall you want. But regardless, you're going to need to have those. It's mandatory. Make sure you're death charging. Throw it up every time it's off cooldown. Just throw up the death charge, okay? Greater Corruption, if you really don't like, how holy the rat thinks it is, it's like this divine heavenly boss or whatever, you can use Greater Corruption on it and just kind of get it a little sick of God, okay? You can do that too. Oh! And last but not least, I forgot. Charged Ice. It's important that you don't use it if you have the Muspet Pet. Say you have it on the Muspet Pet. Charged Ice, if you have it, bring it. It's good as like a little totem, I find. Just for like when you're killing the boss or whatever. And so, that's pretty much it. Oh, yeah, the Fang. The Fang. So the Fang's pretty important too. You have to run in with it so that way people see you with the Fang, and it has to have the ornament kit on it, okay? Don't tell anybody that you duoed it because you just couldn't do it solo. Alright, that's totally not me. I totally didn't just give up on trying to solo it and just duo it with a buddy. There's no way, okay? Absolutely no way. But bring it, flex it on your way in, and then you're going to switch into the actual gear. So that's really what it's about. Or you could run in with the Voidwaker. The Voidwaker's okay, but you can't outright buy a Fang kit, so that is the thing. So anyway, let's go ahead and get going. Your main course of action is going to be to teleport, find a way to get to center of Varrock Square. Don't mess up and do it on a PvP world. All right, but yeah. So we're just going to go ahead and get into this kill, and we'll talk about it as we do it. Okay. Oh, I forgot a stamina potion. That is so unfortunate. But yeah, remember your stamina potion. It's good for the little run over here. You do a little bit of movement during the boss. And that's the deal. Alright, so what we're going to do first, we're going to go ahead and eat anglerfish. We're going to hit this kid with a sup. Make sure you say hi to anybody that's over here, So we're not going to say anything else to him. But, that's it. Look at all these people, they got their little rat bane weapons, dude. They're not best in slot here, okay? We're going to go straight into the private instance. Alright, we're going to go ahead and pray melee. We're going to pray that. We're going to run up to him. We're going to BGS him. Alright, the BGS, unfortunately, was not too big. It's very sad. And so, from here, what we're going to do, we're just going to death charge, like, up front. We're going to death charge up front because, we're going to have those guys going, oh, I forgot to drink my potion. So anyway, so we're going to be getting into this kill. We're killing this guy right now. And when he does this, you're just going to go just straight prey range, or prey mage, okay? You're in melee gear, so the only thing that's going to hurt you is mage, okay? You could just prey mage the whole time if you really wanted to, but you know what? His melee attack is kind of savage, so we're not going to worry about that. Make sure we catch that ranged prey. We don't want anything to do with that. We're going to move over, and then we're going to spec here. He got his rats out, so here's what we brought this for. 1, 2, 3, 4. The last rat was hiding underneath of them. So it is a 1-tick attack if you can get it. We'll finish off with that. But normally what we would do is we'd finish off with claws there. It's a pretty like reasonable thing to do. And again, like if you don't have this kind of a setup, then like sucks to be you, man. You're just not ready for this mid-level boss. Do you not take this seriously? Anyway, we're gonna do one more kill and then we're gonna wrap this up. And that's the drill. So I have messed up. And we're going to swing this. Oh my god, amazing. And we're going to go back into the axe. I'm going to show you guys what it's like to use the Dinny Bees when the rats come out. Okay, if he summons them. You really don't want to get the rats. But if so, then like, you know, it happens. All right. So he's got the rats out. What we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and spec with this. And then we're going to spec this rat and it should kill all of them. Boom, bada boom. Killed all of them. Easy peasy. Alright, efficient pest control. Now, again, if you do not have the Din's Bulwark, I think it's a lot better than, like, anything else that you could use here. If you do not have the Din's Bulwark, you can go ahead and use the Rat Bone weapon. And you should have that because you're a professional at this boss, right? So, that's the deal. Unfortunately, we are not going to have... Oh, my God, he did it again. Okay, there we go. I'm gonna finish him off with claws, dude. If you don't have claws, like it's kind of Jover if you don't have claws. But anyway, get your rune bed helm and you know, just be upset about it. I guess that's like the best you can do. Anyway, that's my guide. That's the Camera Kid's way to kill the official way. And let me go ahead and grab this this rune full helm. Actually, you know what? I don't need it. Yeah. You know what? We killed the boss. We're going to keep it. But anyway, that's the Camera Kid's official way to kill Scurrius, the new rat boss. And this guide's going to hold up really well. I can tell that right now. But yeah, just don't forget all the things that I said in this video. And I really appreciate you guys for stopping by. As a sidebar, if you don't get that this is satire by now, then I don't know what to tell you, man. The boss is fun. Do it in whatever gear you want. Okay, I'm going to pray character. The boss is fun. Kill it in whatever gear you want. Alright. But mechanically, it's always going to stay the same. The Rat Bane weapons are awesome. And they're great to, like, one-tick if you want to, right? It's pretty cool to one-tick things. The Rat Bane weapons, I believe they all can one-tick the rats that he summons there, which is really awesome. And I think it's really cool. I hope everybody does have a good time at this boss. Kill it in whatever gear you want. Like, if someone judges you, like, they can get bent, okay? Appreciate you guys for watching this video. Like, comment, subscribe down below if you really want to. I would appreciate it greatly. I am going to try to do videos like this every now and then. A little bit of content, a little bit of satire here and there. But anyway, take care, everybody. Thank you for watching so much.